it's Elizabeth, and we're here on board the Pride of America to bring you some amazing advisor-facing videos. Stay tuned for this awesome adventure we're going to bring you on. So we are on deck 6 aft. We're starting backwards because we're at the Liberty restaurant. In our previous video for deck 5, if you didn't see it, we talk about the Liberty restaurant in that one because it's kind of connected to the Skyliner restaurant. But outside, make sure to let your clients know that they have menus displayed. So if they want to know what's going to be coming up for the day, they can always come back here, check out the menus, and decide what they're going to eat and where they're going to go.
And remember, same menu for Skyline and Liberty.
Yeah, exactly.
Two different restaurants, but same menu.
Same menu.
Important to remember.
So we're actually going to go outside. We're going to show you the promenade that they have, which is huge.
It's beautiful.
Sounds noisy.
It does. Oh. Well, it looks like they are cleaning. So we'll have to go on the other side. Yeah. We'll just do a lap around.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But they were working this morning on doing some boat testing and things like that. So it seems like today they're really taking advantage of a beautiful port day to do a little bit of maintenance.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the ship is, we smelled the nice fresh varnish before. I said pardon our dust, as we're going and improving the ship, always working on it. I mean, you really can't tell that this ship is from the, it was 2000, what was this ship built? 5?
But a good thing to point out though is here is where you get on and off. So right down there you'll see the tents. You get off over there. They have towels, water, whatever you need. You come through here and you are right into the port.
Yeah.
And currently we're in Hilo. So this is the Hilo port that your clients are going to come into.
And an important thing to remember is because we are in Hawaii, a lot of our ports are very industrial. That we're stopping at, and a lot of people might think, oh, we're in Hawaii, it's gonna be like,
gorgeous
flowers and
you might have to drive a little bit.
Mountains in Hawaii. You do have it, you just gotta get there.
Tomorrow we're actually going to be in Kona, and Kona, you need to let your clients know that's the one port that they actually tender. So they do have a tender port in Hawaii.
And sometimes it does end up turning into a sea day.
If it's rough.
If the seas are a little too rough. So important to remember some tips like that, that could happen. Hopefully it doesn't, it's very rare, but it can happen if the weather is not permitting a safe travel.
Correct. And being on deck 6 and this being the promenade, this is the only one that actually you can loop the entire ship on it.
Right. Which is nice because that's an old school type of thing that used to always exist all the time, and it hadn't been, on some of the newer class of ships. But this is nice, and they do tout that this ship does that.
It seems like they're bringing it back though with a few ships that we've been on recently. They're bringing it back to be able to have a whole area that you can just lap around, which is nice that they're kind of going back to their roots as well.
Absolutely. Well, and it's funny because if you guys saw the other video from deck 5, I was saying I think that they're going to start going back to retro old school cruise ship stuff.
And then I just pointed that out.
Yep, see? Yeah, I think it's definitely, because it's always good, as trends, change up and everything, and it's good to see that some of the stuff, that is traditional cruising style, it comes back, which is nice.
But we're in Hawaii, it's beautiful.
Yeah, look. You cannot complain.
See. Got a little bit of low cloud. Well, it's funny because you say low cloud cover, but it's like, well, that is a mountain range over there.
Right, it's a mountain range.
It's actually higher than you think.
Yeah.
They're low, but they're high.
And if you have clients going on excursions, if they're going up into the mountains for anything, tell them to bring a jacket because we didn't and we froze. And it's, almost May.
Now you see I have my jacket on, which I wish I would have had this morning. Instead, I had a little cruise ship towel wrapped around me.
Yeah, that's a little tip for you. If, one, if you don't have a poncho or anything, definitely grab maybe a couple cruise ship towels. They have it right on the exit when you get off the ship because it's a lot of times you're in a rainforest or you're in a tropical climate, so I mean rain does happen.
And bring a raincoat too.
That as well, or you're even on a bus and it's a little chilly.
Which was why you got a towel.
Exactly, but then I ended up wearing it all day. Like a blanket.
Yep.
All right, so look what we're coming up on over here. This is Cadillac Diner.
Yes.
So here's some outside seating at Cadillac.
And we'll go in and we'll show you Cadillac because it's the only 24/7 restaurant.
Yes.
And it is included
Except for
milkshakes.
Shakes.
Milkshakes are not included in the, in your free dining, but they're not that expensive either.
Yeah, it's about $5, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see.
Go in
is this-
here?
heading in here.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Go to the next one here.
We're doing good with the locked doors.
I know, right? All right.
Let's
Just
see.
my exposure here.
There we
go. All right. Here it is.
So this is your old 1960s, 50s style diner. It does have diner food like wings and nachos and hot dogs. And
Yeah, a lot of Elvis in
You
here.
got breakfast. You got so $4 right there, and they do have a milkshake of the day.
I got
which
the
is
Oreo
fun.
yesterday and it was to die for.
I had the strawberry and it was really good too.
And then for comfort food, your desserts. And
of
a
different
fun
things.
fact: the wings are actually not fried;
Yeah, they are baked.
they are baked. So for our allergy friends, you can have wings.
Yeah. So I guess what I can do is I'll do a quick little pan from,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back. All right, so here we are outside of Cadillac. Which way do you guys want to go?
Do you want to go through pink champagne?
Well, we have the Napa Wine Bar.
Oh yes, the
Let's
Napa
see if it's
wine
open because
bar.
I did see the sign. There was a sign there that said, I don't know if it may not be open right now. So let's see.
Lots of cleaning today.
Yeah, people who are saying that cruise
No,
ships
it is.
aren't clean.
There
They're
we
always
go.
cleaning. Okay, good. This is open.
We haven't been back here yet.
We haven't. Napa Wine Bar is like a nice, quaint area, obviously focused on wine. They do wine tastings and pairings back here that you can sign up for a nominal fee as well.
And this leads
So
me-
like this says like the wine events that are happening during the
This
cruise.
There we go.
This leads
How's it going?
right into Cagney's.
Cagney's, which is the premier steakhouse. Which goes well. So, you have to come through the wine bar to go to the steakhouse. I don't know what's
Exactly.
better than that. I mean, you start out with a wine and then move on to your dinner.
It's ideally placed.
It's like rotational dining. You just go one place, you
Right.
know.
Hi, come on through.
Oh, you're all right.
All right,
Nice
here
and
it is,
quaint
Cagney's.
back here and quiet.
Which we also
Pretty
do-
big.
It's got great seats, but we also like to point out the fact
Yeah,
that they have the wine glasses the size of your head.
yeah, absolutely.
So
No
I don't
joke.
think I could ever finish a glass of wine that big.
I said they're gonna do a regular pour and it's only gonna be like that much.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny because that that is one of the staples of Cagney's are their huge wine glasses and their big pours.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of take a little bit of a walk through here. You can see how much seating is here. So your clients, again, this is a very popular venue. So if they are looking to have Cagney's, they need to book it early. All right.
And again, we're still we're about deck 6 mid, because when we come out of here, and actually this is probably more aft, but you're coming from mid. You're coming from the 6th floor, mid elevators or atrium. So
Yeah. So we'll go back through Napa, and that is one of the things too. Again, since it is an older ship, you have your more traditionals. When you walk from front to back, you are going to go through lounges. You are going to go through public areas. There is not necessarily a promenade that you're going to be able to walk through like you do see on some of the newer ships.
like that central area.
Yeah. And again, no big deal. It's just that's one of the things that it might be a little bit harder sometimes to figure out where you are and when you're learning how to navigate yourself through the ship, because you don't have one central deck that goes from front to back where you can kind of position things in where everything is.
I feel like I almost navigate better on the smaller ships
do
like
too.
this. So I'm like, oh, this is where this is. Okay, now I know where to go for here.
And they do great with the signage as well. That's one
Yes.
thing on here. They're very good with their signs.
So now we're heading into the pink champagne bar. I
Pink
guess,
champagne bar
lounge.
with the beautiful pink ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
But
so
it's
cute.
it's in Honolulu. There's actually a pink hotel, and that's kind of what this bar is themed after. Is that hotel and a bar in that hotel? So they kept it local to the Honolulu area.
See
Right,
the
there it is.
pictures, yeah. They have little pictures all around this little area showcasing
And
that
that's
hotel.
And that's what's great. They really do try to stick with the culture of Hawaii as
It
well.
looks like they're doing a tasting right now.
Oh, it
Speaking of
is.
tasting,
This is what I recommend.
Yes.
If someone likes a sweet cocktail, I'll say the fresh raspberries.
Very
Probably
nice.
on the menu. Anything else?
And that's the thing too. So just because this is a U.S. flagship, you know, it still has a lot of your, you know, normal staples you have on a regular cruise. You're still going to have the different, you know, activities that you normally would see. Although, have you guys seen bingo on here yet? I don't think I
I
have.
haven't seen bingo, but they have the
bingo.
not so newlywed game.
ooh,
But I haven't seen a bingo show up yet in the activity menu.
but lots of, you have a little lounge over here to
But-
play games.
They probably don't have bingo because you can't gamble because it's a U.S. flag ship.
We haven't talked
Just
about
like you
that.
don't have a casino.
That's
But what
you know,
about playing bingo without winning it? I'd be down just to play bingo. I'd win a granola bar or a
Right,
chocolate
right.
bar, like.
But they
free
do
drinks.
have a card room. So, you know, if you want to come and play cards with your family or the people you're traveling with or making friends, they have the Shuffles
Right.
card room, which is
So
a
we
great name.
also have the chapel here. It looks like they're using it.
Yeah, they have a big group on board, so they are using the room right
They're using it
now
as a
for.
conference room right now.
the
But they
hospitality
have
room.
the library, and in the library they have games, cards,
Tons
books,
of books.
lots of books. So,
This actually functions like a real library.
Yeah, you can check books
so
out.
if you want to check any games out and head over to the card room, you can play them over there, which is fun. And then behind us we have.
The art gallery.
I thought I'd let you do that because you love art.
I do love art. I am an avid collector, so they do have the Park West Gallery on board. So if you are looking to collect art, this is the place that you're going to want to come on Deck 6.
They have some beautiful pieces.
They really do. I love walking by and saying, oh, I have that artist. Oh, I have that art. I sound like, I don't know, snooty,
An
but I'm
art,
not.
Art connoisseur.
Yes. It's actually pretty.
The one with the wine glass. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Cool.
I like the little grapes.
They're olives.
Oh, olives.
So
See,
that's the one thing.
This is why I let Elizabeth do this one.
That's an artist called Goddard, and he always puts olives into his paintings.
Now I learned something, and now you did too.
There you go.
If you didn't already.
And right now we're making it all the way Deck 6 forward. So if you saw Deck 5 forward, you had the Hollywood Theater. On Deck 6, you have the Mardi Gras Cabernet Lounge and Nightclub.
It's super cute in here. So it looks like they're doing a reception or getting ready for
Yeah.
one. My watch died. But at 5 o'clock, so it's closed, but it's super cute in there.
Yes.
Super
It does
fun.
look like a Cabernet Lounge, like
Yes.
Cabaret. There we go. Cabaret Lounge.
And this is really cool, actually. So, what is it closed for? It is closed for a military appreciation program
Yes.
reception. So they really do, you know, it's
Honor
great
their
'cause-
veterans,
Yeah,
and- which is great.
It's a great thing. I mean, it's awesome to see it because, you know, obviously U.S. flagship. You know, they want to make sure that they show their appreciation for
But
military.
some fun details is if you even like look at the floor, you have the piano here. And when you get inside, they have the little masks
The
along
masks,
the
yeah.
walls. So lots of fun little details with this lounge. And I'm sure Ryan has some footage we can.
We'll go and we'll dump it
Put
in
in
there
there.
right now.
There you have it. That is is our deck 6 walkthrough. We started aft, we made it all the way forward. So now we're gonna move on and continue with our next video.